There are moments when the distance between us feels like a chasm too wide to bridge. I don't like you, but it's not about hate. It's more about the realization that sometimes people grow apart without any reason to blame, just because change is inevitable. I don't like you anymore, but it's not because of something you've done. It's because I've grown in a direction where your presence no longer fits my peace. And that's the most painful realization of all. Sometimes the hardest part of life isn't realizing that you don't like someone anymore. It's understanding that feelings can evolve without warning or explanation. It's the silence of change that speaks the loudest. The truth is, I don't like you right now, not because you've done something wrong, but because we are no longer the same people we were when we met. We've both changed, and that's something we can't reverse. I don't like you anymore, but it's not because I want to hurt you. It's because I've come to understand that my boundaries are important, and sometimes they need to be drawn in places where they weren't before. It's a strange feeling knowing that I don't like you anymore. It's as if the connection we once shared has quietly faded into something unrecognizable. But still, I wish you the best, even if our paths have diverged. I don't like you, and I can't even explain why. It's just that sometimes the energy between two people shifts, and suddenly everything that once felt right no longer does. Not liking you doesn't mean I want anything bad to happen to you. It's just a reflection of where I am right now in life and how I need to protect my peace, even if it means leaving things behind. We've both experienced life in different ways, and now it's like we're speaking different languages. I don't like you, not because of anything malicious, but because the connection we once shared feels distant and foreign to me now. There was a time when I loved everything about you, but now I don't like you, not because you've changed, but because I've come to realize I no longer need to tolerate discomfort to keep the peace. I don't like you anymore. And the hardest part is realizing that sometimes love fades without a dramatic event. It just quietly disappears when you least expect it, leaving behind only the remnants of something once strong. Not liking you doesn't come from a place of anger. It comes from understanding that we no longer bring out the best in each other. It's simply the truth that sometimes people outgrow each other. There's no hate here, just an undeniable truth. I don't like you anymore. It's a change that happened within me, not because of anything you've done, but because life has a way of making us see things differently. Sometimes I don't like you because I've learned to recognize the importance of prioritizing my own needs. It's not your fault, but it's something I must do to move forward and heal. I don't like you, not because you've hurt me, but because our relationship has evolved into something that no longer suits the person I've become. It's not that I hate you, it's that I don't like you right now. And maybe it's because I've learned that love doesn't always mean holding on to something that no longer serves me. I don't like you anymore, but that doesn't mean I wish you any ill will. It simply means that my understanding of who I am and what I need has changed. And with that change, I have to let go. I don't like you, but it's not because of something personal. It's because we've drifted apart. And sometimes the space between two people grows wider than any effort to fix it. There's a quiet grief in realizing that I don't like you anymore. It's the kind of grief that sneaks up on you, not because of betrayal, but because of the slow fading of something once meaningful. I don't like you, and it's okay. I'm learning that not all relationships are meant to last forever. Some are only meant to teach us something before they naturally dissolve. It's not about hate. It's just about recognizing that some connections aren't meant to stay. I don't like you anymore, but that doesn't mean I don't respect what we had. I don't like you right now, but that doesn't mean didn't once value you. It simply means I'm evolving, and with that evolution, certain people no longer align with who I'm becoming. Not liking you anymore doesn't come from anger. It comes from a place of self-awareness. I have to let go of what no longer brings me peace, and unfortunately, that includes you. It's hard to admit, but I don't like you. And maybe that's just part of growing up, learning that some relationships don't fit in your life anymore, no matter how much you once needed them. I don't like you, but it's not a statement of hostility. It's simply a reflection of the fact that we've changed. And sometimes people change in ways that make them incompatible.